Chad, good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Everyone doing well? Keeks, good morning, my brother.
Morning, brother.
Hope today is a more chill day than yesterday.
Yo, I think it might be chill, but at the same time, we're already getting some volume here in the market, so.
Chad, it is Tuesday and BOJ in the moves. I actually checked this morning early when I woke up. Didn't see anything major, expected a lot more, but we're going to go through that right now. And yeah, guys, so we had BOJ this morning. Let's just quickly run through the economic calendar here for the session. Interest rate decision out of Australia, nothing changed there. I don't even check their report. I don't trade any Aussie pairs. Big one, BOJ actually did hike rates from -0.1 to 0. Again, as mentioned, we're going to need to see what is the highlights from the press conference, because I told you guys, even though a hike is relatively bullish for the yen, if their forward guidance is that they're just going to keep it at 0 for the next 10 years, again, that is not necessarily bullish, and we can fade any of those moves. So the big one, we're going to look at what happened during the BOJ press conference. And then for the rest of the day, we've got some housing starts coming out of the US. We've got CPI coming out of Canada. And then the other one we've got, that's basically a big one, is CPI out of Canada. And then also we've got some sentiment indexes out of Germany. So Keeks, if I can ask you a massive favor, if you can just check maybe on the terminal any of the headlines, what came out of that press conference.
Yeah, I was literally reading through some of them now. At this point in time, they haven't confirmed anything. It's really just they're still talking about it. So obviously talking about the views on that they want to do the 2% inflation target, but it's not 100% yet, but it is rising. The risk of sudden spikes in interest rates. Let's see what else. Don't think the new policy can be called zero interest rate policy. And then they just said next month's outlook report will take into consideration when asked if wage hikes lead to higher underlying inflation, early additional rate hike.
All right, Chad, there you have it. Ongoing story. We're going to pray now before we start. I just want to quickly check what are the yen pairs doing. So obviously, dovish outcome for the yen pairs from what I can see. I think that news came out here this morning. Let me just check this bottom wick. All right, 29 already ran over 100. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to get going here. We've got 17 minutes still to open, and before we do that, let's quickly just pray here. Let's get the Father in here. And our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Can I get two agreements there, Chad? The two or more gathered in my name, and they are in agreement. There shall be. Jason, amen. Okay, beautiful. We can get going here. All right, Chad. Very, very simple day today. We had yesterday relatively flat, had some moves, but today I think is the day we're going to get some volume into the markets. Dollar index, as mentioned, neutral on the weekly. We've got an FOMC tomorrow night. Yesterday's daily was neutral for me due to the fact we had that little ab roller candle we had to work with from Friday. Actually started breaking above that, and we're back at that 200 daily EMA. As you can see, this is a key level, so we're going to need to see what the dollar is going to do here. But beautiful bullish move to the upside, already breaking yesterday's high. Very interesting going into FOMC that we're already getting these extension moves. 5-minute time frame. What do we have on the 5? All right, Chad. Asia highs have already been taken quite dramatically, and then Asia low still intact, trading above the daily pivot. Weekly R1 already been clipped, and here's that key level or this key zone on the daily. So very simple for me. There's that key level. There's the weekly R1. There's that 200 daily EMA. So whatever we do here on the dollar, that's going to determine my bias for the rest of the day. I wouldn't be surprised even if we get a deeper pullback all the way to the Asia highs. As you can see, Asia highs still untapped, untested. So quite a few levels to monitor going into the session. 80 is beautifully bullish. You can see bulls are in control. Dollar bulls are back. They are not messing around today. US 30. And before we even start looking at US 30, let's look at what happened overnight during Asia. And Nikkei closing up 0.66%, nothing major there, nothing to get too excited about. Hang Seng Index closing down minus 1.22%, so a little bit of a mixed bag going into this, let's call it European session. And not like yesterday where everything was looking relatively bullish. All right, Chad, US 30 on the daily, still a bit of a mess. We've got this resistance up here. We've got this potential support area here, previous support, now potentially resistance, and then we've got the bigger range, which is this range right here. That is the bigger range that we are working with, so let me clear that up for you. That is the daily range. We could be playing around in this range. And on the day, yesterday we were bearish. On the day today, I am going to be neutral due to the fact we closed bullish. And at any stage today, can we start closing above this key level right here, Chad? That's the key level, 38,790. And if we can start holding above that, we can again just purely go to the upside to go and fill out this range. So keep that in mind. If we start rejecting there, that's also the weekly pivot. We could start seeing some moves back to the downside. And what is the 80 telling me? 80 telling me that the bulls are trying to get a grip here on the market. And Asia highs basically still, okay, not intact, starting to trade above Asia highs. Yesterday, beautiful move off the lows of the day. And we've got the weekly pivot here. So very simple for me, Chad. Weekly pivot, this entire zone right here, that is the zone that we want to monitor. NASDAQ, let's quickly look at the NASDAQ. Man, I'm going to be with you now, brother. Let me just finish here. So daily for me on NASDAQ is also neutral. Let me just change that. Neutral on the day. Beautiful, neutral. And look at this, Chad, also still stuck in this range. So at any stage, can this thing just continue to the upside to fill out this range to the upside? We also have the weekly pivot key level right here. So very simple going into the session, 17,964. Screenshot that. That is the level you want to be trading from today. 5-minute time frame. What do we have on the 5? Let me just quickly do this for you guys. Asia highs still relatively untapped. We're still trading above this key level right here. And very simple for me. If we can hold above this weekly pivot right here, and we can start trading above this daily pivot, I think we could see a beautiful bullish move. Yesterday, big move off the lows, and you can see that the bulls are starting to try and get a grip on the markets here. So I'm going to give over to my co-captain here. Keegs, over to you, my brother. Let me just go and chat to Moski.
Perfect, brother. All right, guys. So we have been bullish on DXY. We obviously spoke about that being on the weekly. Quick run through of yesterday, obviously turning around, resisting. So obviously I said to you guys, if we break a key level, again, needs to hold. But we also spoke about this last week when we were having this downside bearish momentum. We spoke about that we had this breakaway without having a retest, as you guys can see there. So already we knew this was going to be back on the cards when we broke back into this key level. Purely the sense of just trading a range. If you're at the bottom, where you going to the top of the range. Very simple as that. So trading all the way back up now, we're going to be approaching that key level. So that's definitely something I want to keep an eye out for. I want to see if we're going to get something like this. Do we just hit test it and reject off, or are we going to actually test, have a bit of a pullback to then break back above and then continue to the top side? We're going to keep an eye on that one. But again, looking very bullish. But I must say, I am very intrigued on how much dollar is pumping up, knowing that FOMC is coming up tomorrow. We always talk about basically the markets pricing things in. So we can see there's a little bit of a range we got in making the Asia lows, and then this morning just absolutely running away with it. So with DXY, we know if this is going to be a trending day, most likely you might get that retest of Asia highs, even the weekly resistance to hold the support, and then get something like that to just continue again once you've tested that key level and break up and just continue. We won't really have these pullbacks to go test the daily pivot EQ if this is going to be a trending day. So we're just going to have a look out for that, but we are bullish on the dollar. Then going over to NAS, we are still staying bearish. Obviously yesterday having a bit of a bullish movement, but again holding under these resistance zones. So as I said to you guys on a weekly, Monday, Tuesday can go bullish just to set your top wick, and now you've got a beautiful top wick over here. So we definitely can already today, moving into FOMC tomorrow, see us start selling off again. So when we look here on the 4 hour, you're already going to see that. I always talk to you guys trading up, but all about can you hold on the retest, and this obviously failed. Now breaking right back down to the weekly pivot. We're going to see if I can give it in over here, but now trading up already. I must say I like this, trading all the way back up to the Asia highs, holding this little range here on the weekly pivot. Looking, I'd like to see a break just to get that pivot in EQ since it's not too far away. Also faking out the highs of the day, and when we get back in the Asia range, look for the sells to go get the weak Asia lows, the break, retest, and continuation to the downside. Then we're going to go over to US 30. Again, we are still bearish, even though we did break some little bit of structures on the higher time frames or higher up on the chart. You can see these support turn resistance that are still holding for us. So on the 4 hour, again, same thing, traded up, closure below, next candle, literally taking out the previous candle's high and then flipping completely for us back at the weekly pivot. So all I'd like to see now is we could even trade up to go test that zone again and then melt off again to the downside. So on the 15, definitely see something like this. Again, we always know when the equities have this in the middle of your range, you got daily pivot, weekly pivot, EQ, there's going to be volume coming in here. So most likely, as I said, we've already taken Asia highs. If we can trade up, get a retest there, that would be 100%. Otherwise, we can even just get that fake out of the day and then trade back in when we get into the Asia range. Look for those sell-offs. And most likely, once you give them a break, these little entry lows here, close to the weekly pivot, you'll see that massive sell-off going for Asia lows and the continuation.
Geek, sorry man, can you quickly continue with your analysis? Just want to pay this camera quickly.
Perfect, brother. All right, guys. So going over to gold. I'm still bearish as well. So again, purely being what we spoke about over here, we had our break of structure to the downside. Obviously yesterday, going bullish again. We're not too worried about it because we know on the weekly, this is what your weekly is still looking like. Remember, it's still early in the week. We want to think of the bigger picture. So when we do that now, going over to the 4 hour, same thing that I've been saying. I know I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but you have your break. It's all about the retest. Now, even though this retest technically did break, it didn't hold. That's a key area. If this was going to break, you're going to see like, when it broke, pump a volume. If it broke, pump a volume. Break, pump a volume. And this was unable to do that. It's already showing you the sellers are keeping it there. So now the fact we've had this dump back into the downside, holding this as support, most likely again to have that sell-off. So when we start dropping out to the 15, I must say again, if dollar's going to have a trending day, that obviously stays the same for gold. So if we've already done this Asia lows, Asia highs, you've already had your retest of Asia lows, failing, breaking that support, trading all the way back down to the EQ holding with the support zone, then basically using the daily pivot as resistance, and now I want to keep trading further down. So we just want to wait for this over here. Again, quite a tricky one. I don't want to jump in here too early, purely because you have that EQ and the support zone. So a lot of the time, I mean, if you jump in the gun too early, like if you took the retest over there, you maybe got a bit hurt if you took the other ones. So what I want to do is I want to wait for some type of break a little bit lower, maybe into the support area, and then taking something like that, using the daily EQ as our resistance. So that's going to be something I'm going to look out for. Again, if you get this break, obviously your first TP is going to be like 21.46. So I'm happy to sacrifice a few pips here because I'll be able to hold this the rest of the day. So that's what I'm going to look at there. Then going over to the yen pairs. So yen pairs obviously quite extended today. I mean, if we already look at that, we are now at the R5 on the day. So I don't have any more R's for the rest of the day. So that's quite a first for me. But when you look here on the daily, again, absolute massive candle. Now we said today can do that, and that's the problem though. As much as they're still talking here, nothing has been 100% confirmed yet. These are still statements they are making. It's a conversation that's ongoing. So literally at any time, this thing can flip and do that. That's what we need to be careful about here. So really today, trading yen pairs, I think you either going to be very, very tiptoeing. Do your scalps get in, get out? Because you don't know what's going to be coming for you. But I must just say, I don't think I'm going to look for any more buys, purely on the fact if you look at the range of the day, we are very, very extended on the day. So I'm probably going to look for us either, if only time I might take the highs, if we're going to start breaking the highs and see that pump of volume, so be very aggressive on that. Otherwise, if we get back into the Asia range, under the weekly resistance, I'll look for those sells to at least come down to fill these Asia lows untested. Because again, knowing that if yen makes a tweet that goes in its favor, this can be 1 5-minute candle type of thing with those wicks that we'll see. So definitely keeping that in mind. Then going over to GJ, almost the same thing, guys. Obviously, we have still a little bit more room in the range, but again, still very, very extended on the day. So we will just look again to do this. Keep in mind these big pushes here. This was news this morning. So again, you have these massive wicks here. Very, very good chance you can be trading down to still go fill those as well. So I am going to still stay bearish on the side of them. Pretty much the same answer on all yen pairs because they're all going to look identical, purely being that all of this today is being fundamentally caused. So that's where we're going to get this whole idea of that following through on all pairs. So literally all yen pairs almost going to be a copy and paste for me today. Then going over to GU, we are still bearish as well. We can see this massively selling off, approaching my next key level. So we're going to see what happens over there. I think on the 4 hour, we'll just put an alert here, see what happens. But on the 15, we have that S2 over there. So do we hold the S2 now and already start trading back up? Or can we get that quick wick down, test the key level, and then if we get back above this S2, look to go long, maybe at least back to the S1 or so. Otherwise, very, very good chance we can just see that continuation. If we break this key level, do something like this, and then that break again, I'll take the sell to go back to the downside. So we're just going to keep an eye out for that key level. Then EU, lastly, we are still bearish as well. I said to you guys, this could have just been the fake out, the flip to retest that R1, and then turn in again. So now we can see we're trading down. Weekly supply, and we got that key area over there. We want to watch out for the support zone. So again, I think GU might be better because EU just wants to run. So we have already had our break and the retest. So EU might not get into, if anything, if we can hold that S1 maybe give us some type of pullback, and then we can look if we get a re-break, take something like that. But I think GU personally off technicals looks a little bit better than GU looks better than EU for me. But that's everything I'm going to be looking at for today, guys.
Keeks, really appreciate it. Okay, we've got a camera coming up. Hopefully not today, but tomorrow. Chad, sorry man, just a little bit of administration to do there. Thanks so much, Keeks. I'm just going to blitz through the rest, guys. Gold, yesterday we were bearish. I'm bearish on the week purely due to the fact that we are creating lower lows, lower highs. Yesterday, we had a move to the upside after holding that 2145, and today as well, relatively neutral, because remember I said at any stage can we just start breaking previous daily highs. And from a line chart, let me just put this on the 8 hour for you guys. Here you can clearly see the order flow, you can see lows being taken out, but again at any stage can we hold a low that can become a swing low, and we can start taking out, for instance, a last lower high structure somewhere there or there, depending on what the candles are showing me. Let's look at the candles. All right, that was the last lower high right there. So back to bullish above 2172, but on the day I am going to be neutral due to the fact that at any stage can we still flip bullish. And again, it is FOMC week. The markets are not necessarily going to move too far away from your daily pivots, weekly pivots, all of that, and they're going to try and stay neutral. But on the day, you can clearly see that the sellers came into the market yesterday, early this morning, 5 o'clock, started selling into this bad boy, already trading below Asia lows, already trading below the daily pivot. So very simple for me. If we go over to our grid, let's see where we are trading on the grid. Beautiful. So 2160, that's also the daily open. I would actually love a nice deeper pullback into that level than to try and get sells. Otherwise, if we open up and we start breaking lower, because remember yesterday I talked about this level. Unfortunately, Eskom chalked us. Chad, let me know who took this trade. Go check yesterday's stream. Literally, I think 5 minutes before the stream ended, I said, look, I want to get into some buys here once we get this break and continuation. And this was a beautiful straight move all the way to 2160. Unfortunately, I could not get any of that because I don't trade from my phone. That is just the reality of it. But this is the level I'm going to be monitoring now. I want to see if I can get some sells going into the rest of the session. GU, very simple for me on the day. Yesterday, I was bearish. We closed bearish below that 200 EMA on the weekly. Already quite extended, already on its way back to the monthly pivot. I don't know, how do we get into this? We're going to need to see some type of retrace move. But already trading through the S2, so you guys know what that means. We can start to look for the S2 to be some type of resistance. Also have the round number there, so I'm just going to wait for price to develop, but it is looking bearish, Chad. Daily time frame on Euro, very simple bearish day for me. Support being broken down, closing below the monthly pivot. We've got this potential little resistance area where I think the bulls are going to try and make a stand. Also the weekly S1, and then we've got the key level all the way down here. So bearish on the day for me. Cannot say that I'm neutral. Bearish on the day. Let's see the 5 quickly. We've got 8 minutes. I think we are still ahead of time. Let's quickly look at this. Beautiful Asia lows being tested, already moving lower. Weekly S1, also half round number, so we're going to wait. We're going to need to see some more price action before we can execute. We're not going to try and buy a falling knife. We're also not going to try and jump onto a moving bus. See how that works out for you when a bus is moving and you try and jump onto it. I promise you trouble. Yesterday, bullish. Not a big close, as mentioned. You can see there the range was very tight for the day. I told you guys, everyone is waiting to see what the BOJ did. Obviously, from the looks of it, price is discounting quite a walkie, dovish BOJ, and that 0.1% of our hike not doing shit for the Japanese yen. So we've got quite a few levels to monitor here going into the session. I would love a pullback 149.65, continuations above 150.40, and then ultimately I think this is where the capitulation move is going to happen. So sellers are going to wait to get into some sells here, and I think this is where the retail market is going to get buried. So keep that in mind. 3 levels to monitor. You can screenshot this now. This will self-destruct in 3, 2, 1. All right, there we go, Chad. Asia highs still untapped, so beautiful. Gonna wait for those Asia highs, potentially even this weekly R1. And I don't know why we've got so many little key levels here. But anyway, wait, let me just see it, Chad. I don't know why. Okay, 150.40, 149.65. Let's just rip the rest of these out. 149.65. Okay, I don't know what that little one was in between. All right, guys. So this is what a chart looks like if you strapped a rocket on the back of it. So I'm just gonna wait, Chad. We're gonna need to see some price action develop here, but obviously bearish reaction to the yen this morning. Daily on pound yen. Yesterday we were bullish, also very choppy day. Nice little ab roller candle. 189.90, that was the key level we mentioned, and then 190.045. So literally in the middle of this range. Still bullish on the day for me. 5-minute time frame, much cleaner to look at. So Asia highs, let's see Asia highs. I wouldn't even be surprised if we get a much deeper pullback all the way back to here before that news came out, and then to move higher. So again, Chad, sit on your hands, wait for price to develop, wait for something clean to present itself. Don't get FOMO. FOMO is the killer of traders. So yesterday bullish, had a ab roller candle closure there. We've got a key level to get through here. I think also this is where the capitulation move is going to happen, 163.50, and then nothing really in between here that looks good to me. Bullish on the day, and 5-minute time frame. Asia high still untested. Again, we're going to need to see some type of deeper pullback, but Chad, that is the analysis real quick. We've got 4 minutes left till we open up these markets. Hope nobody got caught in trying to sell the yen pairs. I think many retail traders got absolutely destroyed, but yeah, Chad, we've got 4 minutes left. Please let me know if you came through the BOJ unscathed. I hope you guys did. If you've been trading with us for a while, I know you all are better than that, and you are not going to get clapped by the news. But Chad, good morning everybody. Quite a bit of people in the chat. Heard a lot of bad reviews about Vault Funder. Was thinking, Merlin, I don't know what bad reviews you heard. Please show them to me. I'm just going to state some facts, not opinion. Vault Funder has never ever refused a single payout. We've had some big payouts yesterday again. Big payouts going out. So Merlin, I don't know where you heard a lot of bad reviews, but honestly, I don't know. GJ, M15 change in structure from bullish, you bearish. I'm not bearish on GJ, my brother. If you can read here, if you can read there, my brother, that should tell it. That should tell you everything. Sia, good morning, Lebogang. Then you're now at the right place here. You will not hear false opinions about Vault Funder. The King's death, fake news, got me playing far from. Really annoying. Yeah, I don't know what Merlin heard. Honestly, we've only heard good things back from the traders. We've got another big payout that was done yesterday, and again from Port Elizabeth. So that is amazing. We're gonna get that guest on, hopefully not next week, the week after that. Interesting fact. That trader was up almost 100,000 Rand, but I don't want to disclose too much. I want to chat to him about it. But at the end, I think he got a payout of 30,000. So very interesting that somebody would try. Maybe it was swinging for the fences. I don't know. Watching the live with the grade 7 learners studying the market shows good trajectory. Yeah, very good. Ruben Dispatch back in the chat. Sold Aussie and JPY pairs around 6 a.m. today, up since 4:30. Sold AUD. Oh, okay. Okay, if you sold them at 6 a.m., my brother, you're still underwater. Then you still... Boss Bobby, goeiemorgen. Then you are still...
celebrating a bit too early.
Yeah, if you sold... I don't know what to tell you, Chad. If you sold... Keek, sorry man, I was so locked into paying for the camera. What are you looking at that's looking good? You're also looking to sell gold 2155 or potentially 2160, eh?
Yeah, so I'd love a pullback, but I think, like I said, if DXY is going to have a trending day, obviously gold's most probably have that trending day as well. So we might not get that pullback. So I'll even look at that 2156 again for the sells. So very similar to where we were talking about yesterday.
Merlin, please let me know where you heard a lot of bad reviews.
Is he still on about it?
No. I just want to know, I don't know where guys are talking through their nose. All right, Chad, markets are open and in motion. Ding, 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 ding. Round one. Where's my horn? Did you guys blow the horn yesterday?
It's in front of you.
Oh, here's it. Round one. Fight. Okay, Chad, let's see. Time to get that powder wet. Time to get the powder. I think gold is the only thing that is relatively, I wouldn't want to say muted, but the rest are all so extended.
Yeah.
Everything else is so extended, Chad. We're going to need to see. Let's quickly look at yen futures. We were talking about it yesterday. Bank of Japan trying to protect this level on yen futures. So very, very interesting. Very, very. Yeah, Merlin left the Chad. That's when you talk through your nose, Chad. That's why I say you got 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen before you speak. Some people speak before they've got facts. Again, like that one brother that came on here trying to talk shit about Vault Funder. Just stated him with facts, not opinions, what he feels. And he actually bought the challenge after that. And I said, brother, again, I'm not going to state opinion. I'm going to state facts. So let me just state the facts to you. So before you try and develop an opinion, please get the facts. I don't mind facts. If you hit me with facts, 100%. But if you hit me with opinion that's based off your own personal beliefs, based on your own personal trauma, please deal with it and then come back. Too many times in life, people want to transpose their personal traumas over to other people, businesses, individuals. Sold the week. Okay. So beautiful. Sorry, Ndoba, I thought you said you sold the yen pairs. That meaning you would be selling GJ. Void, good morning. Chad, I'm very, very locked into gold here this morning. I think gold for me is the cleanest of the bunch. Definitely the cleanest. Yesterday I took GU sell. I want to cry a little bit. I'll show you guys now. Yesterday I sold it right here. I was waiting for this break of structure and a break below this 200 EMA. Sold it right there. And once the trade was basically up, I think 8 or 9. Yeah, once we got this spike, it was up about 7. Moved stops to break even. And yeah, unfortunately got wicked out there. But anyways, I think it only gave like 13 pips. Yeah, 13. Let me see if I can find it here on my terminal yesterday. Anyways, that is trading, Chad. That is trading. Yeah, here's it. GBP USD. Just get this. That was the only trade I saw that I liked yesterday. There was that position. Sell 27304. Okay, so I got filled there. Okay, a little bit lower. Unfortunately, break even there. Keys, did you take anything yesterday during the stream?
No. Didn't take anything.
And then I wanted to sell gold yesterday. Yeah. No, sorry, yeah. It was after the open, yeah. And then when the 80 started chalking like this, I was like, okay, no, go over to GU. GU is the one that can give us something. Okay, Chad, 9 minutes left. Let's see. Very, very simple here for me. I want to see a nice break here. I think Keegan is looking for the same thing. A nice little break here. Nice little pullback. Retest there. Maybe even something like this. And then I am going to try and go short on this 2150. Back to that weekly wick level we talked about yesterday. So 8 minutes left to be exact. Keeks, where's your zone?
Literally where it is now.
Okay. So Chad, get ready, gold. I don't want you guys falling off your chairs once we start executing here. Yeah, as Keegan mentioned, I think it's going to be a trending day for DXY. And big thing now is just to get in here. Alrighty, chat, I'm just going to run to the bathroom. I had almost 3 liters of water this morning. Kicks, just going to throw it over to your screen.
How are you, brother?
Just so you can keep the guys in check there. At least we're going to execute the same trade. I'm not trying to long. You're not trying to short, so.
And you know it's a good trade, guys. Just pull back a little bit for us. Let's just see. I haven't entered yet, guys. I'm just looking now if I get like a pullback till there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Nice 3-yard trade. Yeah, I'm happy with that. DXY is at that key level. And remember what I said to you guys, if we go to this key level, this thing either needs to run. So it did break above. If you look at it now, it did break above, retest, and now it's going. So that's exactly what we wanted to see from DXY. Now we just want to see if gold plays along for us and doesn't run away. Don't do this now, gold. What was that, 20? Alright, I'm just going to put a limit in, guys, just for the pullback. As you can see, I haven't set it yet. I'm going to just wait to see if this candle closes. I don't want it to already activate it. So we just want to wait for candle closure, and I'm going to set it at 2154. Okay. So I've got a limit at 21.54. So let's see if we get tapped in. Come on. Oh, this is beautiful, guys. I'm loving this pullback. Okay, there we go. Okay, guys, so I've got my limit. I want to see if I get tapped in.
Alright, powder about to get wet here. Where's your limit, Keeks?
21.54. Because that'll be that nice top wick for us. And then...
Somebody asking, or not asking, saying oil shooting up lately. Void, do yourself a favor. Go and overlay US 30 and oil. Then you ask yourself why oil is shooting up. I think I've spoken about this in depth previously. Oil market is correlated to equities and global market activities. So when a global market is expanding, obviously there's bigger demand for oil. There's more production going on. There's more demand. So technically oil should be running in tangent with the US markets. The Russia-Ukraine war obviously tipped the scales to oil, and there was a breakdown in correlation, but we'll talk about that shortly. Gold seems to move opposite to yen pairs. Dobo, very simple to check. Overlay your yen futures to gold, and then you can ask yourself if that is true. Keeks, are you in?
It hasn't, like it's on my order, but it hasn't filled it.
Okay, Chad, I'm still waiting for the shuffle, so that's why I'll keep it on Keegan's screen here for a bit.
Come on. Tap me in.
Chris, do you think we are in tech bubble? What do you consider a bubble, Void? Holding a buy on GBP, JPY. Beautiful. Beautiful, Iber. Dr. David Paul. Who's Dr. David Paul? Would love to know who that is. A snot bubble. Oh, JW. Hey, JW. Didn't you not get tapped in?
Bro, look at my screen. I haven't got tapped in. Look at that. Look at that. The bid went over, but the ask didn't go over.
Okay. But there's still time. I think we're going to get a retest.
Like, guys, I'll even put it here on my screen. You guys can see this. Check there. I literally don't get tapped in. No, man. Oh, my.
Are you looking at Brent Johnson?
No, I'm watching this trade.
I got tapped in on Vault Funder. There you've got it, Chad. There you've got it. TFT not tapping the boys in, but Vault Funder getting the boys in.
Oh my word.
From JSE, let me make a note. Let me reach out to Dr. David Paul. Wait. Let me just make a note here. Dr. David Paul. Where's my... Give me 1 second. I'll try my best, Chad. I still want to get Greg Davies on. Shit. Wait. I must still... Thank you for saying David Paul, because I actually chatted to Greg a little while back. Let me just make a note here.
Oh yeah, guys, if you're in the trade, I'm very happy for you guys. At this point, I think you can already go break even.
Alrighty.
Yeah, you guys, if you guys are in, you literally can already be break even on the trade. Like,
Okay, so here's my thing on this trade. If I was in it, if I was in this trade, I would definitely go break even due to two things. If I got executed where Keegan put his sell limit,
21.54, look at that.
21.54. The reason why I would go break even is because the price can still come back to retest and you can actually still potentially get a better entry. So take the risk off the table and you are already technically halfway to your target. So at 50% to your target, that is where, because the thing is, always think about there's still the potential for a re-entry. So there's no need to set and forget here and set and get clapped or clipped.
So yeah, if you guys are in
Dr.
that,
David,
you're about to hit TP as well.
Dr. David Paul passed on. Hey, Chad. Okay, so our condolences to Dr. David Paul. Void, but you're still not answering my question. What do you consider a bubble? Sorry, I'm not trying to be an idiot here. I'm asking you a critical question because I want you to think about, before I just answer, I want you to really think critically, what is a bubble? Why would you ask the question that if the tech industry is in a bubble?
Oh, there's TP, guys. There's literally TP. Oh my word. Chris, are you in it?
No, I was waiting for the retest.
Oh, whoever was in it, guys, if you got tapped in, well done. There's a little quick W trade there. Yes.
VF got tapped in. I'm just saying, Chad. No bias here. As mentioned, dollar index most likely a trending day.
Thank you, Keeks. Oh, good guys. That was a sniper entry though. Yeah. That was a beautiful trade. Can't catch them all.
Oh, Brent. Yeah, no, we were looking for sells, Brent, on gold. Keegan had a sell limit there. I was waiting for a retest here. Some of the guys caught it. Oh, Laz, I think you were off stream yesterday. I said actually felt good after the run. Yesterday felt amazing. This morning, these stumps of mine, these big old tree stumps, were cracked. That ran from Sunday only this morning when I felt these stumps when I woke up. Actually, to be honest, I was chalked yesterday evening, Laz. Like, I don't know, I was so tired, but also I didn't take my magnesium in the morning. But Laz, so yeah, my take on JPY is that yesterday I mentioned, even though they hike, it's all about the forward guidance for the yen. So if the hike in itself is not really bullish for the yen, it's about the forward guidance. And if you look at, let's quickly look at what came out of the press conference here. Right near zero still leaves the yen vulnerable in a low volatility world. Japanese yen will only benefit if the BOJ there. Okay, beautiful. This is a good article. As mentioned yesterday, I said will only benefit the yen if the BOJ hints at further rate hikes, because they've kept rates the same for many years. So let me just quickly go through this, Laz.
Sure. This honestly was a beautiful trade though. Flipping out.
Bro, on the terminal, can you see any headlines potentially of the press conference? Because everybody is just stating what we said yesterday.
Well, they're still coming out now with the business lobby. They don't think yen levels at 150 yen dollar reflects Japan's economic fundamentals. It's a positive cycle of higher wages and prices has started. Appropriate decision made at appropriate timing. Asked about BOJ decision.
Okay, Chad. Sorry, Keeks. I got a headline here for us. Key highlights: judge sustainable. Okay, that's not really accommodative conditions will firmly underpin economy. So that hike actually is just for show. Take a few photographs with it. Will consider options for easing broadly, including ones used in the past if needed. So they are very skeptical. So they're keeping the door open still to ultra easy money in Japan. Important to keep easy environment in place considering distance to 2% target in terms of inflation expectations. Pace of further rate hikes depends on economy, price outlook. So they kept the door open. They didn't shut the door, but they also, again, didn't say, look, we're going to be hiking 4 times this year. So they don't do a dot plot like the Fed. The Fed clearly usually states that from the dot plot, they want to do 4 hikes or 5 hikes or 6 hikes or whatever it is. Mindful of risks of sudden spikes in interest rates. Okay, that's real interest rates, guys, not the lending rate. Outcome of spring wage negotiations was a big factor. We have come to a phase where we can slowly proceed with possible rate hikes. Big one there, slowly. So everything they're going to do is very slow, which I think is appropriate. If price outlook overshoots or shows possibility of overshooting, that could lead to change. So again, they're keeping the door more open to easy money than to actually hawkish. So for me, this is very, very dovish. Closely watching where the trend of big wage hikes could broaden among small firms. Will consider monetary policy response if currencies cause big impact on economy prices. So that's quite important because they will act if their currency keeps on weakening. So yeah, for me it's dovish. Laz wouldn't really try and sell any of the yen pairs. And if you are selling, you need to have coconuts. You need to have big coconuts. Not to drink, but it is ballsy.
Solid trade, Keegs. Thanks, brother. Yeah, what an entry, Keegs. Can't believe you got tapped in. Yeah. If you guys are still in, you're approaching that final TP for the 3R trade. So 21.46.40. But yeah, absolute beautiful trade. Like, that's just perfect.
Yeah, Tuesday stumps were... But I got the session done this morning. I just added a 20-minute cycle, Laz, just to get that cadence up. Usually if I do a little cycle before the run, actually feels better. Just to get the engine firing. I'm like those old diesel engines. Takes a little bit to warm up, but once I get going, just put it like in second gear and idle all the way. 1 gear, Chris. Keegan has got multiple gears. I just have one big gear, and it just goes forward. Not sideways, just forward. That's what you need for 100 miles. Hey, Laz, that 100 miles. Laz, quick question, man. Remember when you were in the office, we were chatting about other Richard, Beast, and you were giving me a little bit of an insight on what his peak training weeks look like and the weekends. So is that on the horizon for me later in the year? Like a 80k on the Saturday, a young 60k on the Sunday. Chad, any volunteers that want to ride on a scooter behind me with water and stuff? Keegan and them said they'll do it for an hour or two, but not 8 hours. I'll be getting a cheap scooter, and then you can just ride behind me for 8 hours. Otherwise, I'm going to have to basically drive the route that I'm going to run and just throw my water bottles in the bush. That's what I did way back. For the PE guys, I would ask my wife to drop me off on the other side of Maitland, so my runs are just straight home. And then like every 7Ks, there's like a little water bottle that I threw in the bush. Hey, it's coming. Shish. Shish. Yeah, chat. So if you're in the Port Elizabeth area, let me know. But it will be big. Beautiful. I like big lads. I don't know if you know that song, I like big butts, but I like big runs. Chad, lost you guys there. But anyways, if you guys are keen, once those big runs start going up, I'm going to get that scooter. I know my wife is not going to drive behind me. Chris, is volume profile a good indicator? Okay, Udud guy. It's not a bad indicator. Let's quickly look at what volume profile. The big thing with any indicator, Chad, is the use of it. So there's no such thing as a bad indicator. If you've got a use case for it, then obviously you can use it. So let's quickly do this. It's never really about the indicator. It's about how you use it. I just want to quickly do the settings here for it. Let's make that to 50. Let's make the okay, beautiful. So this is just the visible range, so it will only take what is visible on the chart. So you can see that from this morning that this was the volume node, that was the point of control. So what the volume profile is showing is where there's a concentration of volume, and how you would use it is you would trade into lower volume nodes. So you would see that these lower volume nodes, this is where price will move through very quickly, because it states that there's not a lot of orders there and price is going to go to the next concentration point. So you can basically take the tips of these volume profiles, and these are areas where price can potentially either find support or consolidate. And the lower volume areas, that is where price will slice through. So you can clearly see, if I look at this entire volume profile here, this is the area of the lowest volume, and look at that, price just sliced through it like a hot knife through butter. And but again, the volume profile for me is not necessarily something in the past. I have tried to incorporate it, but it is not something I endorse in any way, shape or form. Hanro, all indicators are lagged, my brother. I don't know where this thing in the industry came from, that indicators are bad because they are lagging indicators. No indicator is going to give you future data. For that, you need an algorithm that is based on neural networks. And again, the forecast or the projected figure that system gives you is still only proven after the fact. So, I don't know. People have criminalized the use of indicators for some reason. Hackies, I don't know.
It's a true thing, yeah. It's like you're not a proper trader if you use indicators. Which I don't get how that works, but...
It's almost now like the indicator has to tell you, alright, Keeks, in the next 10 minutes, gold is going to do this, 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 and something like this. So this is a futures profit indicator. It's based off the power of your spirituality, connects to your soul, and then it projects what the future is going to do. I don't know. For you to do any type of data analysis, you need data. And all of the past data is data that is used, then computed, and then projected into any type of indicator. So, I don't know. I don't know why we've gotten to that stage where indicators is now the enemy. Some of the biggest stock traders have like a lot of indicators. They use the VWAP, they use the EMAs.
Yeah, a lot of guys do use them.
Chris, possible EU continuation sells. Definitely, my brother, definitely. This is that level we talked about on the daily. My only thing though is FOMC week. We always talk about running the one way, and then once the news comes out, it runs the other way. So weekly low, session low. Feel free to do it. Not saying it's wrong. Just for me, from a probability standpoint, that's the weekly low right there. We didn't have any dollar news coming out this morning. So if this was off the back of FOMC, it's very simple for me. When I execute a session low or a daily low, very, very simple. I don't want to see any candles close against me. So not an ideal trade. Not an ideal trade. If you want to take the continuation trade, very, very simple here. I'm going to give you the scenario. I would love for it to first actually test this weekly S1. But there's that daily zone. So let's say we get a bearish candle closure like this. Very, very simple for me. Let's just do this quickly. So very simple. If you've traded with us, you would know that if I execute on a daily low, a session low, a weekly low, and I take the short here, let's say I execute the short. If I get any type of candle that closes bullish like this, I wouldn't even give it more than 5 minutes. So if the next 5-minute candle closes like this, I kill the trade immediately. Maybe a 3-4 pip knock, whatever it is, 2 pips, because this is what I've come to not realize just from watching the charts for thousands of hours, is that this area here is going to induce 2 types of volume at a session low or a session high. Only 2 things can happen here, Chad. There's going to be a massive influx of volume to continue the trend that it's currently on, or what it's going to do, it's going to induce guys to sell, the breakout traders. If there's not enough volume to continue, it's going to induce them to sell, and then what it's going to do is it's going to reverse. It's going to reverse for the rest of the day and basically trapping everyone that's got FOMO. That's why one candle against me, I'm out. Maybe we take this trade for R&D.
Oh yeah.
I sold it, Carl. Had to buy cameras and stuff.
Keys, that gold trade about to buy me hard divers, man. Yeah, hey, that's a brother, and you can jam with us.
What is Hell Divers?
It's a game, but a beast of a game.
All right, Chad. I think we're gonna do a little R&D here. Just waiting for a break of structure. GU actually the weaker one on the weekly S1 down here, monthly pivot here. So if I get a candle closure like this, next 5 minutes we'll look at a potential R&D. I'll take the R&D with you guys so you can see how I get clapped or okay, let's see. Carl James missed the gold signal.
Yeah,
Only came for the vibes.
man was a little late there.
Sniper entry 2154. You can't even make this shit up. New course loading. Sniper 2.0. Only $10,000 and it will only be for 10 people. But we're gonna go like Alex G. We're gonna say it's only for 30 people. And I'm going to choose only 30 people. And then I just create 200 different Telegram groups with 30 people in.
There we go.
Chad, that is marketing for you. You spend all that money. You tell people there's only 30 people that's going to be allowed. And you literally had 300 people. 300 groups with 30 people.
It's clever. That's clever.
Hey, Chad.
Technically, he didn't lie.
No, he didn't lie. Only 30 people per group. 350 groups. These guys don't play around. Alright, Chad, get ready. A young R&D. Let's see. GU, the weaker one between the two. Also, if you look at EG, Euro GBP, still in an ugly range, but let's see on the hourly. Also still within a range. Let's check the 5 minute. Okay, above the daily pivot. Alright, so GBP USD, pick your poison. Whoever breaks structure first. Okay, we've got the 50 there. Let's just see how far we're away from the 50. Okay. MFX. What is MFX?
Miles's group. Millennial FX.
Millennial. Oh, Chad, we've got some celebs here.
Ow.
Carl James and Millennial FX.
Yeah, and we had Garen here earlier as well.
And Garen. NVIDIA news thoughts. What is the news on NVIDIA? Okay, Chad. Let's see. Alright, this is their weekly Wickful level. If you go on the weekly, let me just show you guys. Remember, that was the target previously 2 weeks ago. So we're back at that level. Keeks, you wouldn't consider a continuation here on gold?
I would, but at the same time, it's like I'm taking it purely because I missed the first entry.
Yeah. So
Like it's kind of like a FOMO trade.
yeah, it's also weekly low. Chad, let's quickly look at GU, EU. Okay, EU already moving. Okay, Chad, so for Oh, that weekly S1. Get below. Get below. Not below. Oh, okay. Okay, no trade there. EU already quite extended here. So what you can do is wait for this little top wick. Let me see if I still know how to set a sell limit. Okay, chat. So this is selling the low of the week, of the day, of the session. Let me just put a sell stop there. Okay, chat, I've got a sell stop here. This is a little R&D trade, literally there. Sell stop, somebody asking about the continuation. Not the best setup. I'm purely doing this for R&D. Not the best setup, but I want to show you how you could trade a session low and how to manage your risk, how to manage your trade. So going for 1-to-1, and I will let you guys know as soon as I'm in. Not in yet. Let me just set, okay, I'll pull my stops once I'm in. Okay, very, very simple. That is where my sell stop is at 108.44 on the dot. Little sell stop there. And the expectation would be, because remember chat, this is the weekly low. This is the low of everything today. And if we are going to continue, if we get tapped in here, what's going to happen is we're firstly going to fill this wick. This wick will be filled. And once we hit this weekly low, only one of two things. You're going to see a massive flash continuation, or you're just going to see a move just below it, and you're going to get some bullish candle closures like this. So this is the risk you face. So either you're going to take the risk or you sit it out. Again, this is not a A-class setup, but this is also not a trade I wouldn't take. So just be very aware. R&D. This is not a disclaimer to give you a cuck trade. This is just to show you guys. Genre, I didn't take GU purely due to the fact that we didn't break structure here, and look at the size of this bearish candle here. So remember, candles are indicative of volume. So small candles indicate relatively low volume, and then big candles indicate there's volume to this place. So that's why you don't need a volume indicator. You can purely look at the candles and you can see whether there's volume in the market or not. So that is why on the 5 minute it didn't close below. And here's my thing, I don't like these knee-jerk reactions. You want to see clean candles move, and I would have loved to see this candle do something like that, because that gives me an advantage point. So even if this next candle closes below, I don't like this little candle there. That for me shows that there's still some hesitation at this level. So I don't know. It's just from years of trading. It's for the guys that play golf. There's a thing called where a hole suits your eye or it doesn't suit your eye. Okay, Chad, I'm in the cells here. Very, very simple. We're going to give this 1 5-minute candle to basically either move or we kill. So just pulling my stops here real quick. And as soon as we hit that weekly low, most probably even if the trade is up 2 or 3 pips, I will go break even. So break even point right there, because that is where price then needs to start moving. Because remember, this is a lower probability trade. We're trading the low. This goes against every fundamental grain in trading, investing, selling low, buying high.
Ooh.
What now?
I'm looking at gold here. What's DXY doing? I'm not happy to buy that back up.
Oh, you're happy to buy it back up?
No, I was thinking of it because I'm looking and we're holding that S1. But DXY is not giving me anything that like I'd want to take that buy.
Three minutes 45, Chad. 1 5-minute candle. That's all we're giving it. 1 5-minute. What news came out on the video? Let me just see. Somebody's saying. Just pull another browser here. Nvidia unveils powerful chip in push to extend dominance in AI market. Two minutes 52 seconds, Chad. Okay, so latest artificial intelligence chip. Blackwell chip. Nvidia is third. Okay.
The boys called a nice little NAS buy. Gio, you also in the NAS bar, bro?
Who, me?
Garen. You the other G.
Yeah, I'm the OG. Alright, chat. 2 minutes. Geeks 2155, obviously untested. If we get back there, would you look at another sell to test the daily lows?
We actually could do that, eh?
Because it's still untested. It was a clean break below, untested.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
Alright, Chad, 47 seconds left. What is your belief in a 37? This candle closes like this, as mentioned, you kill it. 20 seconds, so you gave it a shot, you didn't stick around for it. it cost you maybe 2 pips. What is this? 1.5 pips. Relatively low cost for a potential setup. So, alright, you just kill it there. And that is how you give yourself the opportunity for a continuation move without breaking the bank, without running on opium. Cost you 1.8 pips, and obviously, as mentioned, the continuation is not there. So very, very simple. That is purely for this cost me $140 to do this R&D trade with. Who asked about the continuation trade? Who was it? Somebody asked about the continuation trade.
Yeah, Jakes, it's been crazy lately looking at what indices are doing in London.
Oh yeah, John Ray could see a. John Ray, there you have it. You don't have to wonder ever again. I hope this stuck with you. You don't give a trade more than 1 5-minute at a session low, session high. It's either going to continue with volume or the pullback is going to start like you see now. So minus 1.8 pips. Yash, no, don't join that trade. It was a research and development trade. The trade you should join is the potential sells here coming in the next couple of minutes. Oh, coming back strong here. Coming back strong. Yeah, yen pairs can't really do anything, Chad. As mentioned, gonna need to see some more price action. One thing I do want to note here is this 163 level, also R2 currently holding. Also Asia highs holding. And we've got this consolidation range here. So what I'll be looking for on EJ, if we get it, is a nice little break of structure here. Going to try and see if I can get a continuation. We've got some range to that key level, almost 30 pips, so it could be a little in and out burger here. Otherwise, what you'll see is a much deeper pullback into this 162.59 level. But I'm actually going to set some alerts here for us, Chad. This is not looking bad. Round number being held here, 163 holding above this weekly R1, holding above the daily R2. So that is a potential trade for us. So just going to set some alerts here. 163.18. That's if we can get a break of structure to the upside. Let's look at GJ. GJ not really close to any round numbers. The 191 here. Key level there, very, very close. So, and then gold obviously coming all the way back. Keys, we're gonna bang it.
The sell.
Yeah, if it gets there.
I want to see just what it does if it rejects nicely.
Let's check. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful move here. As mentioned this morning, 80 nice and firmly bullish. Here's that key level that held. Asia highs being session disconnected. Somebody trying to get in on my session here. That's probably Javen. Man is logged on everybody's PCs. Chad, hope you guys, anyone else in Bitcoin? David, the fact that you're asking that is telling me you in Bitcoin sells. That's just like your way of saying, hey guys, I'm in some Bitcoin sells. Is anyone else with me on these? Let's actually have a look at Bitcoin quickly. Yeah, interesting. How many people do you think got caught buying the all-time highs?
Yo, so many.
So maybe for a couple of days they were like, baby, we're retiring, we're up 7% in a day. Alright, shit, send out my CV, babe. How am I gonna repay all these debts? Yeah, so monthly pivot down here could potentially see price come back to this monthly pivot. Still bullish though. You just need to keep in mind that we can retrace all the way back to 55,600 and it could still be normal. Alright, Jeff still trying to log on to my session. Hey Jeff. Steak and eggs, yo, these traders. Yeah, I'm eating a banana, Chad. These guys eating steak and eggs for breakfast. Keeks.
What's this?
Karen ruled steak and eggs. This is my breakfast, Chad. Breakfast of champions. A young apple and a banana. Obviously, David, that's why you'll never ask that if you weren't in it. That's like Mo coming in here. Have you guys taken anything? We looked at you, Joe. I'm like, obviously you're in a trade, Mo. You never just burst in here just glowing with confidence. Andrew Nivote hoping DXY comes crashing down now. I think it's tough, Andrew. I think if anything, if there's gonna happen, if a pullback's gonna occur, I think this is the level. This is the level. A couple of weeks ago there was also key 103.63. So we're gonna need to wait and see. I'm still fasting till 12 p.m. That steak and eggs comment making me hungry now. Hey. Keeks, how's the schedule looking for the week?
For what?
For the streams.
Good. Obviously going to be busy, but I did mention to the guys how we're obviously not streaming on Thursday.
Yeah.
And then Friday, obviously the one session. But it's looking good. Definitely think with news, we're going to get some good trades. I mean, today already, market's got a little bit of volume. Tomorrow, I think we'll have... I mean, you'll have good news. I mean, you got CPI all there for the pound. USD, we've got FOMC tomorrow. Then Thursday, we're out of office. But again, still is a very, very busy day on the markets. And then Friday, you've got news also the whole day. So, volume-wise, I think it's going to be a good week for the streams. But also, have you seen like the numbers been climbing again lately?
Yeah, I think the guys saved up some money again. There's a definite correlation between interest rates and guys joining the stream. Just to answer that question, Jandre, it is from 1 o'clock to 6, my brother. It is from 1 to 6. That is... Chad, then next week, Monday to Wednesday, no streams. We are going to be hard at work shooting. Is it 8 podcasts? I think it's 8, Keeks?
Yeah, it's a lot.
8 podcasts in Cape Town. We're going to see if there's a spot to do a meet and greet, Chad. We'll quickly chat about it afterwards, and then we'll put out a little note for that. I think the meet and greet gigs, we said 5,000 Rand per person, eh?
Yeah.
And they get the new bot as well, the 2G's bot.
2G's bot and a t-shirt.
Okay. I think it's a fair deal, Chad. 2G's bot and a t-shirt.
Can't complain about that.
No, and it's quality. It's the Woolworths ones you buy in a 3-pack. Very clean. We'll see if we can get the colorful ones for you. Jean-Lee, we did. I think you are on Monday. We actually checked the list again this morning. Rolio Rydal confirmed. Big one. Garen Hool confirmed. Ethan Garland confirmed. Shaquille Samai confirmed. Who else was there? Yeah, Chad, let me know. 5,000 Rand per person, 3 Woolworths t-shirts, and the new 2G's trading bot. It's a very simple bot. It uses the 8 and 20 EMA, and as soon as it crosses, it buys. As soon as it crosses back, it closes. Beautiful, beautiful system, all just for 5,000 Madiba Rands. Enjoy the product now, pay later. We've got payment plans as well, where you can pay 1,000 Rand a day over a week. Isn't there anything happening next week, Friday?
What do you mean?
Like news-wise?
Next week, Friday.
Might as well stay and do a 10,000 Rand. Can blow your accounts with that.
No, nothing next week, Friday.
Okay, Chad, I won't eat this apple. That's gonna be rude. 5,000 rondelas, yeah. Rondelas it will be. I know Garen said he wanted to take us to that burger and wings place. Mavericks. Burger and wings.
There's specials there.
Yeah, I said they've got beautiful wings there.
Specials for like the VIP guys.
Apparently a nice family restaurant. I don't know. I hope he's not trying to lead us into temptation. Dinner and a show. Edgar. Bro, you mention family restaurants like that and Edgar just pops out of nowhere. Edgar, you naughty, naughty. Keeks, if Max goes to Merck next year, will you become a Max fan?
No, then I don't watch F1 at all anymore. Then I'm done. I'm done. Like, then I don't even know what's real in life anymore.
Try burger and lobster in Brea Street, Jane's top place. No, noted. We're actually going to have a little team dinner on Tuesday. Gotta give the people what they want. Hey. Chad, very, very difficult at this stage to really do anything here. We've got GU making its way back to these lows. We already took a young R&D trade, so not really. Let's check the hourly quick. Let's look left. Yeah. Weekly S1. Not really interested. UJ still ranging. GJ still ranging. EJ, we're just waiting for that potential break of structure to the upside. This is a young anaconda pattern here, upside down anaconda, and it's an anaconda on its back, so very, very sneaky pattern. Back in the army, that's what we traded, the sneaky puff adder. But anyways, Chad, just waiting for that break above here. Mavericks, we're 100% nil. That is where you go and tarnish your soul. And then gold, Chad. Let's see if we can get that pullback all the way back here. I'm more than happy to try and grab some shorts here. Otherwise, we could see a deeper pullback to 2160. But at this stage, these are the only setups that I'm looking at. The rest is relatively or quite extended. FOMC tomorrow. How much further can we move for the rest of the day? Unfortunately, we need to wait for our setups. I haven't tried the Bruce Lee pattern. Sounds interesting. Tell me more. Rugby Freak 245, New Year, Chad. Let's just give him a big round of applause. Really appreciate the feedback, brother. And you don't need to thank us. Thank yourselves for joining here and making it possible for us to do this. So big shout out to the community. Big shout out to everyone joining here. This has truly become like a family, and we see each and every one of you in the chat. We see the regulars, we see the new guys, we see everybody. So massive shout out to you guys for supporting us, supporting everything we do. Hey guys, started trading last week. Got any tips, brother? I don't know what to say, brother. It is there's a beautiful, rocky, tough journey ahead of you, filled with ups and downs. It's going to be filled with emotion. If I can give you any tip, that would be learn from your mistakes. Let go of the ego. If you've got an ego issue, you are going to struggle for many years in trading. Stay humble. learn from what the markets are telling you and enjoy the process, my brother. What a journey you are about to embark on. A week ago, Jason, actually a good question, Chad. Let's quickly see. I'm going to start a poll here. Actually going to start a poll here. Let's see how many of you work a 9 to 5. Mangetu, why would you tell him to go learn RCT? Do you want the guy to, you want to end his trading career in a week? Get mentally ready to be, I don't know if I can say the R word, you'll get shadow banned. For a few months there's light at the end of the tunnel, but it's a long tunnel. Yeah, Chad, it's if you're starting out, or if you haven't started out but you're still in that foundation phase, and I can honestly say the foundation phase for trading is at least 4 years. That is why it's very odd for me that there's guys that want to rush into mentoring people. Like, why would you want to mentor people if you are still learning? There's no need to rush into mentoring people. Like, figure this stuff out for yourselves. And then once you've got some depth to your trading, you've got some depth to you as a person, then go into mentoring. But there's no need to rush and, oh, I'm going to start a mentorship, and oh, I'm going to teach people, I'm going to do this and that. No. If you are still here in 4 to 6 years through trading, then I can say you've got some depth to you. But you've been trading for 2 years and you want to mentor people. Please, my brother. Please, please, please. Okay, when I started trading, I never had a grey hair. Half my head is now grey. Keenan, I'm not too big on the back testing. Like, the back testing is good, but I believe more in forward testing. The reason I say that back testing, there's zero emotion. And honestly, people don't backtest correctly. They'll say, oh, I would have entered here, quickly fast forward the backtesting, and they're like, oh, okay, no, but I would have gone break even, this, that. No. Backtesting is good to, I almost want to say, conceptualize an idea, to maybe see some patterns, but the best testing is forward testing. Actually executing your trade, managing the trade, and then journaling the trade very well. And what I mean by journaling very well, stating the emotion you felt, why you did certain things, what happened fundamentally, why did you execute the trade. So there's quite a number of things when it comes to forward testing. Yeah, something like that. But I don't think everybody will spend that amount of money on backtesting software. So All right, Chadadonia, EJ, get ready, get ready, get ready. Chad, we are about to enter here on EJ. Let's see if we can get this break. Okay, Chadadonia executed right on the close of this candle. Give me 1 second. I am actually playing with fire, not immediately setting my stop losses. Give me 1 second, Chad. Got filled here somewhere, Chad. Somewhere there. 20 pip stop. Let me just set my stop losses because any little tweet can honestly wreck an account here. So give me 1 second here. Let me just get my stop loss. All right, Chad, as mentioned, this was the only one that was looking relatively clean to me. We were holding, wait, let me just set my stops. Okay, let me just set my stops. Give me 1 second here. Stops and TPs. All right, Chad, let me quickly run you guys through this trade. EJ, as mentioned, two things that made me want to take this trade. Firstly, we've tested Asia highs. We've held Asia highs. That's the first one. Secondly, we've traded above the weekly R1. We've traded above the daily R2, which also lines up with a round number. So beautiful round number held. We can clearly see from the 80 that the bulls are in control. The bulls seem like they want to do some damage. And then I mentioned to you as well, I just want to see a nice little structure break, which we got here. And you can see that this was almost like some type of consolidation pattern where price was busy consolidating. And this is technically a little bit of a range. And if you go onto the Discord, this I would consider some type of reversal pattern because this wick still took out this low right here. And if you look at it from the Discord perspective, if you go onto Discord under 2G's trading under the education section, I consider this to be some type of reversal pattern. So this market structure B, if I open this up in a new browser, give me 1 second here. I consider this trade to be this one right here to the left. This one here, where you trade lower and then you get a flip to the upside. So this is the trade we executed right here. And let's see if we can squeeze something out of the market here. That is the trade.
So how did you come about deciding on EJ now? I thought you wanted to take gold.
Oh no, so EJ held the 163 and the Asia high holding above. So I told him, I think just before you left, if I can get a break of structure here, this last little low break above there, I'm gonna try and grab it. And then gold, obviously 2155. We still need to wait for that. What's the difference between pips and points? Pips is percentage in point. That's a pip. A point is basically on NASDAQ. So for instance, if NASDAQ moves from 18,000 to 18,001, that's 1 point. So it's technically 10 pips, because pips is percentage in points and points is just points. So 1 point is 10 pips. Hope that makes sense. All right, Chad, it seems everyone is full-time traders here. Let me just end the poll here real quick. So based off the poll, only 41% of you work a 9 to 5. The rest of you are either unemployed or full-time traders. So that's good to see. All right, chat. I'm going to see you guys now in a second. I just want to quickly run to the bathroom. Keegs, just hold up the market here for me while I'm gone.
You're going to hit your stop loss. Oh, that's not very nice, brother. Where's the positivity, Mohammed? 58% you lucky buggers. I envy you all. UJ, you. Yeah, I still like those gold sales. I'm not sure about entering where it is now though. Why do we think it is going up? Well, for myself, I think what Chris is taking off is that you've traded up, but now retesting the Asia highs, and we spoke about that. The fact if it is going to continue, probably going to be holding that R2 and the weekly resistance as support, and then trading back up. So I think that's what he's looking at there. You've also created a little bit of a range over there. So with that range, you've also got that accumulation. So it's got all the time to build up the volume it needs to then break back up to the upside for the continuation. But yeah, also DXY not really giving me anything to take that gold off of yet. So a bit of a patience game there.
Righty. Thank you so much for holding up the markets, Chad. Really appreciate it. Why do we think this is going up?
Actually, I wasn't here when you explained that, so I just said what I would be looking for if I was taking that trade. So I don't know if it's what you would have been looking at, but news at 12 could be the move you're waiting for. At 12.
Listen, before I left, did somebody say it's gonna hit stops?
Yeah.
Who? Where?
There, Muhammad Ali.
Wait, where is this? Hey, brother, I love those caps. At least you go short, then one of us wins. Then I think it's we could consider that to be a win-win. What do you rate, Muhammad Ali? Mr. Muhammad Ali. And then we just need to teach you some manners in terms of how you type. I don't know if you know that typing in all caps, actually shouting at somebody. So keep it clean, keep it lean, Muhammad. Hey, chat. Some people live on negativity. Some people live on it. And then they wonder why they broke, sad, depressed. Muhammad, we still love you, my brother. S and R with the young donor there.
Yo. SNR, you've been quiet lately, brother.
Has been dropping the donos.
Was he here yesterday?
Yeah, he dropped 2 donos yesterday.
Damn, I don't know what the hell I was doing.
He dropped 2 young donos on us. Alrighty, Chad. Let's see. I'm thinking in terms of break even. Obviously, once we get to the halfway point, I would say at 30, I think we can go risk free on this trade. And let's say that is about the halfway point. If this thing hits TP, I'm going to dedicate this trade to you, Mohammed, baby. Chad, it's actually wrong. I just want this thing to hit TP so Mohammed can punch the air. Oh, Mohammed, we love you, brother. All right, Chad. I'm gonna go break even here. I want to go break even here. No bottom wick, so let's see. This thing just needs to continue. Okay, break even on this trade, Chad. Let's see if she can run some volatility that I can see. Whoa! Keys, look at JW. Hey, JW. Hey, Chad, we've got some ballers in the house here. JW. Chad, can we just give a big round of applause to Mohammed? Where's Mohammed, my brother? Chad, this trade goes out to Mohammed. I pinned his comment there. Thank you, Mohammed, for just driving that positivity. We just used that negativity and we weaponized it into positivity. So we will still be coming here every single day. We will still be taking losses. We will still be taking wins. At the end of the day, the intent that we put out is only to try and help. So maybe one day you can look past that and you can come here with an open heart and say, flip, maybe these guys can show me something. Maybe I can learn something here. But I think, Mohammed, you've got an ego issue, my brother. And I think that ego is blocking you from some very good things in your life. So put that ego aside, my brother. Come here humbly. Because that's what we do. We respect every single one here. We respect every single opinion. But I think, Mohammed, this one is for you as well, my brother. I don't think the chat is ready, Mohammed, baby! Ah, oh, Chad, you can't make this stuff up. Chad, I just realized one thing. I think Muhammad's hate towards the channel is driving price. So the madder we make Muhammad, you're going to see once he starts punching the air, and I think as soon as he drops another comment in all caps, you literally going to see one thing like this. It's just going to spike through. Your TP is going to get slipped. So instead of taking 20 pips, you're going to get like 35 pips. So just be ready for that, Muhammad. We just need another comment, my brother, just to drive this thing through for Keeks, do you think our haters fuel the markets in our favor?
100%.
Oh, Chad, baby, what a day. Tuesday, let's go, man. Risk-free. How many lots did you buy? Hey, cracked footballer, I bought quite a couple of lots here. I bought 8 lots. 8 lots were bought here. Potential 1,500 USD, US doll hairs. It's not real money, it's doll hairs. Like dolls, we trade in doll hairs. Oh shit, Chad is punching the air. He's punching the air. Chad, if we can get Muhammad just to punch the air like 2 more times, we can get that. Oh, Chad, but it's all love. I'm just having some fun with Muhammad. I hope he can just see that we are here to help. We're not here. There's not a malicious bone in our body. It's all love from us. It is all love from us. Let's see if Mute can just get us over the line, baby. One more. Chad, Tuesday in the house. Come on, baby. Let's keep those vibes up. Let's pray for Muhammad. It's punching the air, Chad. We just need 2 more punches, then we're through. Gigs, I think that guy was mad because you fed the guys a sniper entry there on gold.
Yeah, the guys are just clapping it yesterday.
0 drawdown, and then we feed the guys another. What was this? This thing gave you 2 2.6 pips drawdown. I would also be mad, Chad. I would also be furious that there's a YouTube channel out there doing all of this completely for free. I would also be punching the air. How can these guys do this for free? I want to pay thousands of rands for a repackaged baby pips course. I want to be spending that money. I don't want to blow my own account. I want to go to events where I pay 500 rand and they blow the accounts for me. Hey, Chad. Come on, Chad. We just need a little bit more. How much more do we need? Oh, come on. Give it to us. 3.6 pips, baby. Come on. I'll give Keeks the honor. Keeks. Just show that. Wait, Chad. Wait. Let's go full screen for this one, baby.
Full screen.
Ooh, Chad, what do we have here? Keeks.
Just for
Keeks.
starting off the week, guys. Tuesday with a little double whammy.
Let's see. Give it to
We
me.
got a little VIP guest here.
Oh, wait. Oh,
And you guys know who this is. It's my boy Billy G.
Hey. What
Billy
does
G's
she
gonna
do?
make-
What does she do?
Billy G brings the volume when
Let's
those
see.
TPs are smacked.
Let's see. Oh, shit.
Ow, Billy!
Oh, Chad, no, what a day. What a session, yeah. We just need a little bit more, yeah. Just a little bit more. Just need that last little. Gold still making its way to that 2155 level, so let's see. DXY pushing towards that level, as mentioned, could be a potential trending day. I think from here we could start seeing some pullback maybe a little bit later into the session here, and then we can go and retest that level. US 30 crumbling from that key level right there. Nasdaq all the way back to the weekly pivot. GU, all right, there's that session low move on GU. What is EU doing? EU still holding firmly. UJ also making a little bit of a move here to session highs, holding above that key level. GJ still in this consolidation. EJ coming all the way back here to our B point. Let's see here, Chad. See if we can hit some TPs here today. Risk-free trade for me. Can't really lock anything in here. What I will say though is if we cannot hold above this level right here, this daily R1 level, then I think we could pull back all the way here, but let's see. Order flow has definitely shifted, teleported there on the 5. Somebody's saying news coming out at 12. Let's see what's coming out at 12 o'clock. Oh yeah, it's the Euro sentiment. Hopefully we can be out by then. The zoo. Some volatility here. Any news headlines, Gigs?
What's that
On
now?
JPY.
Just at the in-some meeting now. BOJ Governor Ueda meets Kishida.
Right. Yeah, Chad, let's see. Very, very volatile. Going into a meeting now. So I think that is what's happening here. I don't take anything off. About to hit break even here. Let's see. What is this? 3 pips away from break even. 2 pips. Let's see if she can do some work here for us. See if we can get that last little push, get us over the line. Chad, if it's break even, please don't start closing trades at 10 pips, at 12 pips, at 15 pips. Believe me, that is going to mess up your risk to reward. At the end of the day, you're going to have negative RR because you're risking, let's say, 20 pips to grab 10 pips. And in the long run, that is dramatically going to affect your profitability. So stick to the plan. You don't need to change your plan now because you hit 2 break evens or 3 break evens. A break even is still a win. You didn't lose. 90% of the market loses, so if you're part of that 3% that is not losing, you are still a winner, Chad. Chris be like, they don't know me, son. Now, once I start doing runs that's over 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, then I'll be like that. I'm just still waiting for Keegan to say that he will ride the scooter behind me.
I'm happy with the scooter, bro.
Will you do the scooter?
I'm just not running.
We'll put it like a little speaker on it. We'll get
I'm
one of
happy with
those.
that, bro. I'll have like we'll get us off those little JBL jukeboxes, and I'll put that on the back there. We'll jam there with some mute while you're running.
Chad, 100-mile race next year.
Then like while we're driving, I'll have like a fishing rod and I'm gonna hang like a bagel in front of you. I might take the sells on gold.
Okay, wait.
Because DXY looking to break the high again. It's had its little pullback. Can break up now.
Okay, wait, let's throw it on Keegan's screen.
Gold
Alright, Keegs, what are you looking for there, my brother?
Yeah, so we've got that retest now. Firstly, DXY is breaking back above. So this I'm happy with. And then gold, literally on the 80, we are bearish still. So that one I'm still very, very comfortable with. We've now traded back up, testing literally the 2154 600. So we'll see now if we can get that retest again like earlier. Hopefully this time I can get in on it. So base just wants us to make a top wick for us, maybe a retest, and I will be in on this. Especially the fact that that is a 15 that closed. This new 15 needs to make a bit of a top wick. So we just want to be patient here. Hopefully we can get in on this one and then literally see if we can catch this move to the downside. Because we had our break retest on the higher time frames. That 4 hour still looking very much in the middle of nowhere. I think everything basically closed up now. So that 1 hour, 4 hour doing their thing. 30 minutes still there. If this 30 minutes can still somewhere in this 15 minute almost get a bit of a doji or push down, this will be beautiful. But pretty much just gonna wait for a retest here now.
I'm looking for a specific playlist and I'm not getting it. I'm looking for a specific. Is it this one? Yeah, this is it, Chad. Oh, this playlist has grown on me a little bit. This playlist has grown on me.
You know, this is going to be pure pain if this thing runs again without me.
I so you just wanted to tap into your zone.
I wanted just to retest that now.
Okay.
Purely because, like I said, the 15 just formed, so that 15 still needs a top wick.
Alright, Chad, baby. We still have a chip and a chair here on EJ. Question is, do we hedge our position selling here? And then once we break even, do we go break even on the sell? Or do we believe in our bias? Ooh, it's too late to hedge now, Chad. Could have hedged here. That was 50%. I've done that in the past, gigs.
What's that?
So let's say for instance the market is so volatile like it is now, but a lot of times it didn't work. So back when I was swinging, and let's say I'm at a weekly high or whatever, and I'm in profit on my lower position, I would hedge my other position with a sell. So whatever your profit was here, you technically lock it in. So you locked in with 10 pips, and let's say you hit break even, then this sell here, all you do is you basically go break even on the sell, and then that sell you can target your 20.
I get what you're saying.
Hey Chad, off of the chat hedging now. True. The trading guru still no one showed up in Robin's leaderboard. Yeah, dude, I think somebody, I don't know if it's fake though, but somebody posted that ICT is down 10% on the...
That is flippin' funny. Well, he's gonna come back again with some comment that he's giving them a head start or something.
Yo, bro, that's my thing though. I said if you enter the Robins, don't make like a big noise about it. Like you can still, there's nothing wrong. Like if you didn't do great in the Robins, that's fine. Like when Keegan played rugby, his entire rugby career was not defined around one game or one rugby season.
Yeah.
So, but the way he came out and
straight off the bat, he's gonna beat Larry's record and
11,000% this, and I don't know.
And there was also the comment of he's only starting later to give guys a chance, and man was confident.
Edgar, here's the thing though, it's very different teaching a concept and actually trading a concept. You'll see a lot of guys, they can teach well. They can provide like a context for you to trade around, and you can do very well. But for instance, the guy teaching can't really implement that. It's the same question as somebody saying, are you a lecturer at the MBA business school? Why aren't you a multi-millionaire owning multiple businesses, but you teach other people to do business? So there's a difference between teaching and actually executing on that. So there's nothing wrong with teaching. There's obviously, if you get to the, let's call it the psychological part of trading, you can't really teach on it if you haven't really implemented it yourself. So if you teach on a broad based, like, okay, this is what a good setup looks like, this, that, but when it comes to the emotional side, if you don't really have skin in the game, and that's the issue I've got, for instance, with Joash Naidu trading demo, he won't be able to teach you anything about psychology because he hasn't traded live for many years. So the psychology aspect is not there. Posting 700,000 in a loss and going, the comeback stronger than the setback, bro, that helps nobody. like nobody is that chill being 700k down.
Yeah.
Nobody. Yeah, Michael, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of guys using the context of his teaching, doing very, very well. But again, they're adding, like we've talked about this multiple times. Like, you can use parts of it. For instance, I use this Asia range, comes from ICT. I don't use it in the same manner that he uses it, but I've used it to my own advantage to try and find similarities, to find anomalies in the market. But the end of the day, big difference between being a teacher and being an executor on your concepts. Alright, chat, this thing is playing with us. Let's see if we can get that last push.
No, the other is really playing with you.
Let's see if we can get that last push. Concepts are nothing if your edge does not align with the strategy. I agree. I agree. Peach Nation. Come on, baby. You just need one more push.
Let's see.
I think I saw it, Mangeti. I actually, wait, let me see. I think I subscribed. I also debunked some of ICT's myths here. But again, you can't take away. I always say there is some value in something. Even if you just take the opposite. That's why I say, even if I take a loss here, or I do something here and you've got the ability to pick up correlations and say, Chris, every time you take a trade after 11:30, you hit break even and the trade reverses, and you use that, then you've still found value. Even just from me doing something. Let me see, Iman. How fake guru ruined his life in 2 days by live stream. I am subscribed. Let me save this. Sorry for laughing, Chad. It's just the thumbnail caught me on this one. Okay, Chad, I'm sorry. Let me apologize, Keeks. I'm just gonna send this in the Discord. Did I kill the Discord now? Here's the Discord. Sorry, chat. I just wanna drop this in the chat quickly, so everybody can enjoy it a little bit later. Oh. Eugene, here's what I would say though is 1-to-1, or so this is for Eugene beside a note. Very, very good question. Here's my thing though. Me and Keegan had this discussion as well. You can very easily grab a 1-to-1 trade. Not every single day, but it is a relatively low-hanging fruit, a 1-to-1. Like you can get into the market, like we stated, if you've got the ability to manage your risk and keep your losses small, technically your RR becomes like 2 to 3. But the issue is how often can you grab those 1 to 5 R trades? That's the other question. How often do you see a 1 to 5 R trade? Then secondly, what I would suggest is, Eugene, if you really want to test out the theory with data, is to say, okay, listen here, my normal lot sizes are, I use a lot size of 1. Let's say I'm going to give you a test to do, and then you've got data to back up your decision making. So usually, let's say you enter 1 lot, and you usually go for 5 R's. So what is 1 divided by 5? That gives you 0.2. Am I right, Keeks?
Yeah.
So then what you do is you open up 5. No, man. Yeah, it is 0.2. So you open up 5.2 lot trades. And then what you do is these 5.2 lot trades, you set your TPs 1-to-1. You set the second one 1-to-2, and so forth. And then what you do is you do it at least for 3 months. I had this discussion with Nila as well. And then after 3 months, you go back and you say, okay, let's see how many of these trades actually went the full distance. And then what you can see is there's going to be a concentration in terms of, let's use a line to say this is the concentration of how many times it's going to be hit. Let me just do this. So the 1-to-2 is maybe hit so many times. The 1-to-3, and what you're going to see is that the probability of hitting the 1-to-5s, I'm not saying it's never going to happen, but you're going to see the number of occurrences for the 1-to-5 is a lot less. So then your question should be, okay, what is more effective? Taking full profit on a 1 lot at something that occurs quite oftenly, for instance, the 1-to-1, or is it better for me to split my profits in trying to get that 1-to-3, getting those 1-to-5s, and then you'll actually see, yo, Chad, what happened here? There's a lot of
you just hit your TP.
volatile here. It just missed my TP. It literally, yo, it literally missed it by a pipette. Then you're gonna see that this more high frequency, the 1-to-2s, the 1-to-1s, that is where the money is. So that is literally how I back tested, where I was always trying to go for runners, and I saw like flip, my runners always get stopped out and I leave 50% of my profit on the table to try and get a runner. So, Chad, okay, let me just do this quickly. Where's... Yo, that thing just missed my TP. Holy smokes. Actually moving it down a little bit. Let's see if we can re-break this 5. Eugene, but yeah, that is my advice. I can trade or I can't trade. My sweet spot is 1 to 6. Then if that is your sweet spot, beautiful. I would love 1 to 6s. I'm not gonna lie to you, 1 to 6. I could be a couple of those and I could retire in a year or two. Chad, we're just gonna wait for this thing. I want this to hit TP on stream. Let's see if we can hit a young TP here on stream. Oh yeah, that data. Okay, data came out very solid. That's that spike we got. Let's see if we can get one more push. I actually moved my TP slightly below that. So if we close bullish, most probably what you'll see one more candle just going to fill that wick, and if it reverses, that's fine, but that's literally all I want to see. But Eugene, that's the beauty of trading. You can go and do back testing on it. Not forward testing. So you can gather all that data, and then once you've got a big set of data, you can actually see, okay, flip. The 1 to 5s only get hit, say 20% of the time, and then you can work out and say, listen here. If I took full TP, you can actually put a monetary value at it. If I took full TP at 1 to 2, full TP, this is the profit I would have made, let's say $1,000. And if I took 50% off at 1 to 2, this is the profit I made, for instance. And then the runners that it take profit, let's call it the 1 to 5s, was at a value of, let's say the rest, the other 50 I take off there, and the runners were, let's call it $800. So there's a differential of, what is that, 1,300. So there's a $300 differential. So then obviously this makes more sense, that right there. But if you see, for instance, that you only made $200, for instance, on the runners, then obviously this is more profitable. Then you've got actual data and facts to back your setups up in terms of how do you manage the trade. And that is the beauty of trading, where you've got that ability to use the data, but nobody does it because everybody is lazy. Nobody wants to capture data. Nobody wants to journal. Nobody wants to back test. Nobody wants to forward test. We just want to be zombies here every day, doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. Come on, Chad. Let's just get this thing over the line. I'm going to give it one blow. Let's see if it pops. I gave it everything, Chad. Let's see this manifestation candle here. Come on, baby. Keeks, just blow there for us.
Put it on the mic. Yo. Bro, hold on. Wait. What is this thingy doing? Ooh,
DXY,
yeah.
gold.
But I won't take something now.
Okay, Chad, there's that key level now on DXY. Keeks, do I lock it in here? It's basically 75% to the target. Chat to me. Chat to me, Keeks. Okay, now it's too late now, and it's 60% to the target. Alrighty. Oh. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. Too late. We have officially become investors in the euro against the yen. Hey Jeremy, some churches, if you blow like that, people fall on their back. Keegan, did you suck on the mic or did you blow? We should be blowing the price up.
No. We are blue on it.
Alrighty, Chad. Chad, I'm just waiting here for this thing to hit TP. Keeks, you done for the day, eh?
Yeah.
Not for the day, for
No,
this,
for the session,
sure. Javen's still trying. Somebody's on my PC at home because this is my home PC. So somebody is fiddling at home on my PC.
Naughty.
Because I left my PC on, so... When I started, I chased those big trades, and due to that, I left lots of money on the table. Now I do 1 to 2, 1 to 5 max, and it's changed my end result. Not perfect, but I'm moving. Turtle, yeah, that's the thing. We adapt and we change, and ultimately Keegan asked me. I think it was Friday when that Euro USD trade it break even. It was also up like 80% to target. And Keegan said, why don't you look at reducing your stops to increase your RR? So that is something I can go back now and say, listen here, for my last 20 trades, the furthest the trade went against me was 7 pips. So why do I have a 15 pip stop, for instance? Why not make my stops then 10 pips? Because 80% of the trades never went the full 10. So again, that would be based off data, and then I can say, Keeks, actually good point. I can reduce my stops on majors from 15 pips to 10 pips, and I can go for a 10 pip move and I can get in and out. Alright, Chad, this thing is now ranging. We've rejected. We've technically rejected this thing. You can kill the trade if you want to. Very likely break even will be hit because we can't stay above this R1. Looking left with me, you can clearly see every single time we traded above this and we came back in, price came all the way down. So very likely, almost with a 90% probability, this thing will hit break even. If you want to hedge it, you can hedge it. I'm not interested in that. My bias is they still on my PC at home. I don't know what's happening there. Too late to hedge. You should have hedged on that candle, but you're on its way to about to hit break even. Not the worst trade, not the best trade. I was expecting a lot more volume following that BOJ press conference, following their very muted response, not giving any real forward guidance. And at least if it was going to reverse, I was expecting something like this, at least just to get those last bit of buyers into the market and then reversing. So about to hit break even, very, very close. But at the end of the day, there she goes. Go hit that break even. Go. Okay, break even. Spreads open up massively now. Okay, break even has been hit, Chad. Not a bad trade. I think some of you might have hit TP. Mine literally sniffed my TP. It happened so quick. My bid and my ask was literally something like this. The bid and the ask, it never came above. So I'm a little bit bleak. I'm not gonna lie. I was bleak about that. But anyways, if you hit TP, beautiful. That is the session. Keegan sharing the gold trade with you guys early this morning. A little bit of a sniper. Unfortunately, that is a sniper, Keeks. Literally,
that was beautiful.
That was in and TP. So again, thank you so much, Chad. It was a beautiful session. On to the next. Keegan will see you guys at 3 o'clock. I'm not here for the rest of the week. My brother's got a wedding in Bloom, so I'm leaving tomorrow morning. I'm coming back on Friday afternoon. I'll be back in Port Elizabeth. Next week, we've got the Cape Town trip. We're leaving early Monday morning, coming back Wednesday evening. So streams will reschedule for the Thursday. We'll do a morning and an afternoon session. No stream next Friday. It is Easter weekend. No stream on the Monday. And then after that, streams will continue as per normal. Chad, as always, really do appreciate you. Keegan, thank you so much, my brother. May your session be a good one. Let's see if we can get some gold trades a little bit later. Chad, peace and love. We will see you guys this afternoon.
Empty hearts and neon lights.